I wish this video was clickbait. Hey guys, I guess welcome to my channel. This is my first sit down, talk, introduce myself. Hey, what's up? It's me, Ryan. Ryan Money on Twitter, Life with Ryan on Instagram. Yeah, like I said, this is my first video where I talk and say hi, how are you? So, I don't know, I've been told for a while that I should do YouTube. I've been told for years, months, decades that I should do story times because I'm always doing some weird stuff, always getting into weird situations. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna do some story times for you guys. I want to do I don't know. So I'm into travel videos. Every time I travel I do a video because to me it's looking back and seeing a diary. I love looking back at my vacation. So every time I travel I do a video. I love doing vlogs. I have Bean Boozle. I have so many story times, it's not even funny. So I don't know, I might try this. I might give this a try. I might do a video every week, we'll see. But, okay, so I wanted to film this one first because I recently went to, oh my god, I look like I have no eyebrows. Sorry. So, I recently went to Canada for Montreal Pride with my best friend. He goes to school in Vermont, which is an hour from the border. So the whole plan was Saturday to Monday. We were going to go to Montreal Pride. We were going to go to Montreal. Drinking age there is 18, so I only have this month actually. This month I'm gonna be 21. So that was my last little hoorah in Canada before I turned 21 and I'm legal in the States. So the plan was to go from Saturday to Monday. We were gonna go to Montreal Pride, go out, sightsee, just visit friends. We have friends there, just do a ton of stuff. And so we did. We got there, we went through the border. It was fun. We had a good time. Walking down the streets. My flash is on, so I'm gonna turn this off because I'm scared. It is 5 a.m. and we're just getting to the metro. Montreal. I'm in Canada and I get a text from my cousin who's hey, you're staying a half an hour from me. I'm in Canada right now too. I'm here till Wednesday. And I was oh no way. I was I'm supposed to go home on Monday. I was why don't I just, because my friend is only an hour from the border, like I said. So I was why don't I just bring my friend to school on Monday and then come back and just chill with you until Wednesday. Extend my vacation, why not? So Monday comes, I drop my friend off and I come back to the border. Now this time going through the border, they were what are you doing? And I was oh, my friend had to go back to school, I had to drop him off, now I'm staying with my cousin, gave him the whole rundown. And I do agree, it probably looks suspicious because that's a weird story. It's very coincidental. But so he was you were just here, what are you doing? I told him the whole story and he goes, pull over. So I pull over and they take me out of the car and they're searching my car. I went to school for hair for a little bit, so I had a hair cutting kit in my bag, in my trunk. And I do my own tattoos, so my friend wanted a tattoo, so he was oh, I'll bring you a tattoo kit. And then I clean houses for extra money. In one of the houses I cleaned, the guy gave me a box of old sweaters. And so I just had all that crap in my car that I just never cleaned out, didn't even think of it. Why are you crossing the border with all this? He was you have hair cutting kit, tattoo kit, it looks like you're coming here to work. You have sweaters and it's summer, how long are you staying? I was no, no. I was I promise I'm just going on vacation. I just am a messy bitch, need to clean up my car. I was and I was thinking to myself too, I was why would I be going from US to Canada to work when Canadian money is worth less than American money? So I get to the border, they're whatever, you have nothing in your car. I get to the border and I'm with my cousins, I'm showing them around. They've never been to Canada. I've gone several times, so I was showing them around. We went out one night. They wanted to go to the strip club and I was I'm not into that, so you guys go ahead, have fun. I was I'm gonna meet up with my friend while you guys are there and then we can link up after, or we can just go back to the hotel. So I'm at my friends and I get a text and they're oh, we're going back to the hotel, we're pretty tired. And I was yeah, whatever, I'm with my friend, so I'll be home soon. So then I go into like, go get a burger, I'll go get some fries, and then I wave down a taxi because I'm ready to go home at this point. This is a little like, this is a little side story because this was some juicy shit too. So he's sitting there holding my hand, and it was just, I didn't know what to do, so I just sat there, let him like, he was like rubbing my hand and just, oh, and so I just looked out the window and just sat there with my hand there, and he looks at, I have like, okay, so I was like kind of far from the city, so I had like a long taxi ride, so that made it worse, and he looks at my number, and he goes, oh, I pull over, get rid of 40, I was like, I didn't know what to do. It was so awkward, so I just sat there, like, let him keep rubbing my hand. I was like, maybe. I did not know what to say at all. So then, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go in your settings and you go on ringtone, you can, like, play with the volume of your ringtone. But if you do that, it like, sets off your ringer, so you know what it sounds like. So it sounds like your phone is ringing. So I did that. And I answered it and was like, oh no. I was like, yeah, I'll be there very soon. I was like, I'm in the taxi now. I'm almost there. I'll be there soon. Don't worry. So then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I have to go home. I'm sorry. There's something came up. And he was like, oh, no worries. He already got rid of the 40 though. So then we get there and he's like, oh, 40. I was like, you just tried to have sex with me. And you got rid of the 40. I was like, how are you just gonna, no takesies, backsies. Like, no, that's not how this works. I was like, I could call somebody and be like, yo, this guy tried to have sex with me. But he was like, no, 40, like, was getting aggressive. So I was like, whatever. So I gave him the 40. And then I just dipped. I went home. So then the next day, we're cleaning out our room, and I see all weekend, I had a bottle of tequila on me. And because, like I said, drinking age there is 18. So I had this bottle on me all weekend. I didn't even finish it. It was like, I had it for like days. Like, Ryan, you should really throw that away. And then I was like, whatever, I'll just bring it home. There's 2 shots left. Who cares? Like, your mindset when you have it on you all weekend and when you're legally drinking, you forget that you're going back to the States and that you're not able to drink there unless you're 21. So I was like, whatever, I'll just bring it with me. So we're driving. I'm following my cousin, so it's my cousin and then me, and they go through the border and instantly they get pulled over, so to get searched. So then I was right after, and then they were like, pull over. So then I get pulled over, and they're going through our cars, and they go through their car, didn't find anything, and for some reason they're taking a long time in mine, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I totally forgot. Side note, on the way there driving, I had it in my bag, my backpack, and in my backpack I had pretzels. So I brought my backpack to the front seat, and I was just eating pretzels, and didn't realize that the bottle of tequila was sitting in the front seat with me. Open bottle, because I had it all weekend. There was like a little bit left. Oh, so dumb. So then they're taking a while with me, and they pull me up to the desk, and they're like, hey, like, how old are you? And I was like being a smart ass, I was like, I'll be 21 next month, because it was last month. And they're like, but how old are you now? I was like, 20. And they were like, so you realize the drinking age here is 21. I was like, yeah, that's why I went to Canada. So then they were like, and so do you want to let us know why you're trying to smuggle alcohol across the border? I was like, excuse me? I was like, what are you guys talking about? They were like, the bottle in the front seat, like, we should do a breathalyzer test. I was like, I promise you I was not drinking. I was like, I had it in my bag. I was eating pretzels. Like, why would I be drinking and driving? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then, they were like, I don't know, we gotta search the rest of the car now. So I was like, okay, like, doesn't matter. And so I sat back down, they pulled me back up, and he's writing out this form, and he was like, so I just want you to understand that the next step is we have to call the authorities, we have to have you escorted out of here. The drinking age here is 21, and you're trying to bring alcohol underage, so the next step is to call the authorities. I was like, hold up. I was like, honestly, that is not necessary. I was like, if you want to smash the bottle, if you want to dump the bottle, if you want to take a shot for yourself, I was like, get rid of it. I was like, I don't need it. I was like, I had it on me all weekend. I forgot to just throw it away because, like, you're used to drinking and having it on you all weekend. I was like, honestly, just do whatever you want with it, but I don't need it at all. Like, I was like, I'm not trying to do anything right now. Like, there's this much left. Like, there's 2 shots left. I was like, do whatever you want with that. And they were like, all right, well, he was like, I'll see what I can do. So then he's writing, he continues to fill out the form, and I sit down, obviously like stressed out, and I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe this is happening. Like I'm about to get arrested. So then I see him like look up at me, and he just like crumples the paper, and I see him go over to this other guy, and they're talking, and they're like looking at me and like whispering. And so he calls me back up, and he's like, today must be your lucky day. And I was like, why? And he was like, because luckily this is your first offense. You've never had an issue with going over the border, and you've crossed several times. They were like, so we're just gonna let you go, but you are gonna dump the bottle. I was like, thank you. I was like, I don't need it, please. So then we go out, he's like, let's go out to the car. So I go out to the car, there's like 4 guards there. Like, I'm gonna do something. And I go to my car, and he looks, and he's like, oh, you're from the States. I was like, yeah. He was like, so why are you playing stupid? I was like, what? He was like, you know the drinking age here, so I don't know why you're playing stupid, acting like you don't know. He was like, you know that you shouldn't be bringing alcohol back. I was like, I had this on me all weekend. Like, I just forgot to dump it or toss it before I left. I was like, honestly, can we please just get rid of it so I can move on with my life and go home? I've been gone in Canada for a week now. So then he's like, yeah, just dump it. So then I dumped the bottle into a puddle, like literally into the parking lot, and he takes the bottle and he's like, have a good one. And I was like, thanks, like deuces. So then I get in my car and I go home and I unwind and deal with my life back at the States. But yeah, that was my story. I almost got arrested. I thought that I was gonna get arrested. Like, I was like, this is it, like, here we go. This is my time. I'm gonna have a great mugshot. My face looks good today. Like, at least I'll have a good mugshot. Like I said, I'm gonna start filming more videos. I worked at a hotel for a year, and let me tell you, I got some stories. Several stories from working at a hotel with live footage. So I think that's gonna be my next video. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the flow here. I'm gonna see how I feel about making YouTube videos. I'm gonna see how this goes. Subscribe if you want. That's what most YouTubers say. Do whatever you want. Follow my social media. And I guess I'll see you guys next week. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, bye.